So last time we tried making a Spider-Man 2000 remake and it looked like this. We made the Spider-Man move around, swing from one building to another and beat up enemies. And we also made this opening cutscene.
Welcome, true believers and newcomers alike. Spider-Man co-creator Stan Lee here.
So this time we're gonna be adding a bit more features and also a new cutscene. So I hope you guys enjoy this video too. Let's begin. A crucial thing that was missing from our Spider-Man game was the wall crawling aspect. It's one of the most important Spider-Man powers to be able to wall crawl. Even one of his nicknames is Wall Crawler.
Spidey's wall crawling and web slinging.
I want that wall crawling arachnid prosecuted!
Now I have no idea how the heck they did it back then. I tried looking a lot of tutorials on YouTube but still couldn't find a good one that suits Spider-Man. So my last resort was to depend only on ChatGPT. I explained to ChatGPT what I wanted and it gave me a script. Now basically how it works is that Spider-Man is going to send a raycast from his feet, and if there's a wall ahead of him, he'll start climbing. Now our first step is to detect this wall, so I created this fake wall to test the script. As you can see here, Spider-Man is letting out a raycast and it's interacting with the wall. Now once it interacts, I want Spider-Man to move on the wall. Ignore the floor. His movement normal will be perpendicular to the wall surface. At first it was not working well. As you can see here, it's bugging out. Then I thought, let's clear up the movement first. After that we'll rotate him. So first I set up the movement, and now as you can see, when we touch the wall, Spider-Man is moving upward. When I press up, left and right and downward. He can't move forward or backward. He's just moving up, down, left and right. That's how it should be. Now let's make the Spider-Man rotate towards the wall so that the animation looks better. I made the changes in the script, and now as you can see, whoops, that's the wrong direction. And now as you can see, Spider-Man is rotating and it feels like he's walking on the wall. This feels much better. But I don't want the wall running animation because that was not in Spider-Man 2000. That was in like the newer games. I just want the wall crawling. So we have to make a crawling animation. I opened a Blender and started making the crawling animation. We need a crawl idle and crawl moving animations. For reference, I checked online and saw videos of the game. But in order to get into more detail with the movements, I played the game myself to see how exactly the movement and the idle animation looks while wall crawling. And then I started making the animation frame by frame looking at the video. I made some slight adjustments so that it looks better, and this is how it looks. I think it looks pretty alright. Then I created a blend tree in Unity for the moving and idle animation transition. When I tried it out, there were some position errors. As you can see, Spider-Man was moving towards the right when I started wall crawling, so I adjusted the position in the script, and now as you can see, he's moving around. But when I got off the wall, he was still in that adjusted position, so I had to reset it back to how it was. And now after I've done all that, you can see Spider-Man can now move around, crawl the wall, come out of the wall, back to normal movement. I also made a jump option, so we don't need to reach the edge. We can just jump off the wall whenever we want by pressing the space bar. I tried setting the wall in different directions to see if the crawling works in every direction, and as you can see, it does. So our basic wall crawling part is done, except the moving back to the ground part. We don't need this right now because there is no ground. As you can see, there is a poisonous gas, so we don't need this option in this level right now. Now when I tried this on our buildings, as you can see, the buildings have a certain shape on the wall surface. It's not just a straight plane. There are ups and downs on the surface. This was preventing a proper wall crawling. So what I did was I removed the mesh collider and instead I used a plain box collider. Now Spidey can move around properly without interrupting the wall crawling. Now the next part is to implement the wall climbing, because once you get to the top of the wall, I want Spider-Man to climb onto the roof. I tried doing some methods with the raycast itself, but it wasn't working properly as I expected. All of them were bugging out. This part was the toughest to implement. It took a long time chatting with ChatGPT to find a solution. At last I came up with my own solution where I placed a trigger on top of the building, and when Spider-Man enters this trigger, he automatically moves to the top of the building, playing an animation just like in the original. I made the animation in Blender frame by frame looking at the video, and now as you can see, Spider-Man now climbs on top of the roof as he should. Now comes the even tougher part, which sadly I could not implement. When Spider-Man reaches the corner, how he moves around the corners of the building, how he transitions from one phase to the other, and I couldn't find a solution for this. I checked the game, and when I played it, I noticed that when you move to the corner, once Spider-Man reaches the edge, he automatically plays the animation where he moves to the other face of the building, so there is no in between. You can't stay at the corner. Once you reach the edge, Spider-Man would move to the other face. It's pretty clever technique they used, but the problem is I couldn't implement it with my current skills. I tried a lot with ChatGPT and even came up with my own ideas, but sadly I couldn't find a solution for this. If you guys have any idea how to implement this, feel free to suggest it in the comments below, because my god, the amount of time I spent for this, but still Spider-Man keeps falling off. I felt like dropping the whole project, and then I was like, fine, let's move on to another mechanic. We'll come back to this later. Now, as you might know, Doc Ock has poisoned the town, so we cannot get onto the streets and we can only swing from buildings. When we try to fall to the ground, it shows the game over screen, so we're gonna implement this. One of my core memories of playing this game as a child was making Spider-Man fall and hearing him scream like this while falling. It was so hilarious to do back then. And then when I played Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro, which is a sequel to this game, I tried falling off a building and then Spider-Man said,
Wonderful.
and I was like,
What the f is this?
so I created the falling animation just like how it was in the game. I got the screaming sound from the audio files that I downloaded last video. Now for implementing the falling segment, I used a separate part of the map where the camera only shows the ground, the fog. Then I added another Spider-Man model, made the falling animation and set a different camera there. So whenever our Spider-Man falls down, this part gets enabled and the camera shows this Spider-Man falling. Every time we fall, this animation starts playing. So it's not actually our Spider-Man, it's a different Spider-Man falling, but the player won't know since both of them look the same. Next, I want to implement the health pickup option. You know those iconic health pickups that keeps rotating? Yeah, we're going to create that in Blender. I just made this cylinder and extruded these shapes and form it just like the spider logo. Then I added the materials, and now as you can see, it looks just like how it was in the game. Now when I imported it to the game, you can see that it was affected by the post-processing effect and it looks kind of weird. It didn't look like a pickup object. It just looked like a normal object placed over there. So I changed the shader of the object to lit, and now it looks much better. I gave it the rotating animation and now it makes you feel like you have to pick it up. Then I created a script for the health increase and added a trigger to interact with it. Now the health will increase whenever you pick it up, but if your health is already full, then Spider-Man should say this.
I'm already at full health.
I'm already at full health. I'm already at full health.
So I imported that audio file and attached to the script, and now when I move to pick it up when my health is full,
I'm already at full health. I'm already at full health. I'm already at full health.
Now next up, I want to create a cutscene. This cutscene happens just after the first level where Spider-Man is swinging towards a building and the police helicopter are getting shot by the bank robbers. I decided to make this scene because it was easier to make considering there is less human animation and more helicopter animation.
These guys are serious.
Because if there is anything that is easier than animating a human, then it is animating something that is not human. So I began by downloading the helicopter models for the bank robbers and the police. For the bank robbers, I had to find a helicopter that had a missile. Then I bought these to Blender and separated the fan and the missile so that I could animate them in Unity. Then I positioned the buildings according to that cutscene so that it looks similar. I created the animation needed for Spider-Man in that cutscene. It was just a looking from the building animation. The rest, the swinging and wall crawling, was already made, so I'm just gonna reuse that. Now let's create the first shot of these two police choppers coming in. I love the camera work in this game. It's so iconic and well made. It always has this tilted view in these shots like this. It brings that classic 2000s vibe where they were experimenting with new stuffs. It looks so cool even today. Now the cutscene we made in the previous video was an in-game cutscene, and it didn't have many cool shots like this or any complex or big animations. Those were running on scripts, but this one is an FMV, which stands for full motion video. I think they made it in a different animation engine and exported it as a video. When you see it in the game, it's actually just a video playing. That's why it looked much more cinematic than the other cutscenes, and also why it looked pixelated and blurry because of the compression they had to do to maintain the game file size. Probably the older game engine didn't have the technology to run such cutscenes real time, so they had to depend on FMVs. But this is 2026 and games no longer longer need FMV for good looking cutscenes. So we're gonna implement this cutscene real time in our Unity engine. So I created the first shot of these two choppers coming up, and I think it looks pretty good. Next up, I want Spider-Man to swing around and stick onto this building. So in this cutscene, as you can see, he comes in a circular motion. If you tried animating in Unity, you know it's pretty difficult to get a good looking circular motion like that. So what I did was I created an empty object to rotate Spider-Man from a different point. I placed it inside the building and made it the parent of Spider-Man. So this way I can rotate the object so that Spider-Man forms a circular motion, as you can see on the screen here. Then I play the swinging animation while this movement is happening, and it actually feels like Spider-Man just swung and attached to the building. And like that, I created the other shots in this cutscene where, as you can see, the helicopters come together and the bank robber's helicopter shoots a missile at the police. I downloaded a fire particle and attached it to the missile and enabled it only when the missile launched. I did this enabling and disabling directly in the Unity animation itself. One thing you have to remember while making cutscenes is that whatever that is outside the camera view does not matter at all. Now, when the missile is launched from this helicopter in this one shot, in the next shot the missile actually changes position and goes to the police helicopter. But when you watch it as a cutscene, you don't feel that happening. That is the trick of filmmaking. These aren't at the correct positions, but when you see everything together as separate shots, it doesn't feel wrong. Then I changed the material to black. This was done using the script. I also disabled the fans when the helicopter starts falling. I also added the particle effects for fire, a big fire particle with the smoke, so that it feels like it's burning after the explosion. Now at the end of the cutscene, there's this Spider-Man logo closing in as the iris effect with a blue shade. So I used this effect we made in the last video and played it in reverse. Then I created a blue transparent image underneath it which fades in when the logo closes. Now let's see how the final cutscene looks like.
Eagle 1 to Tower, 1033 in progress, en route to bank.
Roger, Eagle 1. Keep your eye out for Spider-Man.
If Halloween Boy shows up, he's one dead bug.
New York City Police Department needs an exhibit at once. Lay down your arms and prepare.
These guys are serious.
Now that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, please give it a like and subscribe the channel if you want to see more. I'll see you guys in the next video.